everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Taylor. In today's video, I am going to be talking about my favorite face mask. This mask has literally changed my life. But before I start, I want to just introduce myself. My name is Taylor. I am 22 years old. I make lifestyle, fitness, and beauty videos on this channel. And if you want to be friends, you can hit that subscribe button to see new videos from me every week. Alright. Let's just jump right into it. My skin has been on a long journey trying to figure out, okay, do we like these products? Do we not like these products? Trying to figure out what makes my skin break out and what I can use multiple times and not have any issues. And I've spent hundreds, if not thousands of dollars on skincare trying to get that baby face skin that I've never had. I do have a video talking all about my skincare routine and what type of skin I have. I'd say I have combination skin. Some days I'm really oily and some days I am extremely dry. And my dermatologist told me that I had folliculitis. That's also all in my skincare video, but today this video is for everybody of every type of skin. I have used tons of skincare as mentioned, and I've tried out a ton of different masks. But the best face mask that I've ever used is actually the cheapest face mask I've ever used as well. As seen in the title, you can tell the face mask that I'm going to be talking about is the Health and Beauty Aztec Secret Indian Healing Clay. Shout out to Nicole because you're the one who introduced this into my life and I couldn't thank you enough. The way I found this face mask wasn't from doing research on how to cure my eczema or my skin condition. It was honestly just from hearing it from a friend, and she actually has amazing skin, so I was like, is this really gonna work for me? I tried it out the first time with water and it was so chunky. I was like, this is awful. Then I started to look up the best ways to use this mask and finally found something that worked. From my experience, there has been a lot of benefits of this mask, like curing my eczema and simmering down my annoying spots. I do want to talk about why and when I use it. I try to use this mask at least once a week, but when I do see my skin flaring up and a lot of bumps underneath the surface, I will use this twice a week. I also have extremely sensitive skin. I have used products that make my face burn and are red for 3 days. I have perfected the way that I use and make this mask for my face. Quick talking point, I wanted to talk about the price of this mask and where I purchased it. The first time I ever bought this mask, I did purchase it on Amazon and I got the smaller tub, and I believe the one that I purchased was around $9. The second time I bought this mask was kind of an unexpected buy because I saw it sitting on a shelf at TJ Maxx. And I got this massive tub for $9. I've seen this mask at 2 TJ Maxx's. Wow. I've seen this mask at 2 different TJ Maxx stores in my area, so maybe it's just something that they're carrying right now. But I definitely pick one up the next time you hit up the store. I have seen videos on YouTube of people using this mask every day, and if I use this mask every day, I don't think my skin would be doing that great. It is kind of intense, so using it every day, I really don't think my skin could handle it. But using this puppy once or twice a week is perfect, and I'm going to be sharing how I apply it and what I mix with the clay. As you can see in these next couple pictures, my skin was not doing so great a couple years back. I was getting a ton of bumps everywhere on my chest, my back, my forehead, and my chin. This is when my dermatologist told me that I had folliculitis, and honestly, she told me that there was no cure and I would have this for the rest of my life. Not saying that my skin is perfect by any means. I do have some flare-ups, but not nearly as bad as it was in high school. Whenever I see a bad flare-up of that with the little bumps on my forehead, I apply this mask, and honestly, the next day or a few days after, it's almost gone. I also didn't realize how bad my eczema has been getting over the past couple years. I do get it a lot on my arms. I don't even know if you guys can see that, but I was getting a few patches on my face, which I had never experienced. This also might have been because I ran out of my vitamin D3, which is so weird that this all connected. But the week that I stopped taking my vitamin D3, my face was just horrible. I could not apply concealer. When I applied cream, it would burn. And to be honest, I was kind of scared to apply this mask because of how much it inflames your skin, and I was like, okay, maybe it won't react well with my eczema. I did my research about how to cure eczema on the face, and literally one of the first things to pop up was this mask. And after reading that on the internet, I was like, okay, I guess I gotta use the mask. So I used it, and the next day, that spot was almost completely gone. I really do stand by this mask, and I know there's so many videos out there, but if you guys have skin like me and you're struggling, definitely get your hands on this. This might have been the portion of the video that you've been waiting for. I am going to be showing you guys how I apply this mask, what I mix it with, and how I wash it off. Okay, so this is the egghead part of the video. So obviously I talked about all the benefits of this mask, but if this doesn't show how much I love it, I don't know what does. I went through an entire container of this, and I bought the jumbo one. So I don't ever really measure this out, but I am going to be using whatever's left in this little guy. And I'm going to crack open the big one and just take my little spatula and add a little bit more. Usually I add way too much of the powder and end up making way too much of the mask. So every time I usually have a little bit too much. This container, the small container, has lasted me months. So then I take my apple cider vinegar. This is the one with the mother, so it has like the stuff at the bottom and you need to shake it up. I'm pretty sure we got this jumbo one from Costco. And I add it into my powder. So I just start mixing it together, getting the right consistency, and it's starting to get that mask texture, but I'm gonna have to add a little bit more apple cider vinegar. I seem to have gotten it at the perfect consistency. Once I have reached that perfect consistency for the face mask, I add a couple drops of squalene oil. This is just pure squalene oil. I'm pretty sure I got it on Amazon for less than $10. Squalene oil is very good for eczema, so adding a little bit of that just gives the mask an extra oomph. I just mix that all together and we reach that perfect consistency. I don't know if you guys can see this, but I am having a few breakouts on my face. I have a huge monster growing on my forehead, and I have some underneath the skin bumps that I want to get rid of. So now we apply it to our face. At first, I start applying it with the spatula, but then I rub it in with my fingers to really get it into my pores. And I like to thin it out with my fingers too to make it dry a little bit quicker. So another big thing, really quick, now that I have this thing on, it's going to dry pretty quickly. Don't be afraid to get in your hairline and touch your eyebrows, because the way that I take off this mask, it's not going to rip out your hair. So I'm gonna be looking crazy for the next 20 or so minutes before this thing dries, and I'll be back on the best way to wash it off. Can't really move my mouth that much. I put warm water on a washcloth and kind of just let it melt off my face and then rub whatever needs to be rubbed off. I don't suggest like exfoliating this off because it'll hurt. Alright, so obviously at this point I have some movement back in my face, but all I do is wet the washcloth with warm water and pat on my face just to loosen up the mask. And then once it's at this point where you can see it breaking off, I just wipe it away and wash it off. So after I rinse my face, I just pat it dry. I really don't know if the camera is doing this justice, that there is kind of a ring around my face and a lot of redness by my nose. This is actually completely normal and happens to almost everybody that uses the mask. It's all part of the healing process, and I feel like where it is red, that's where it did the most work. So it is making my breakout a little bit more red, but I know tomorrow it's going to be in better shape. This is completely optional, and it's something I kind of added into my routine the past couple times that I've used the mask. I take just a jade roller that has been in the fridge, and I just do rolling upward motions on my face. I don't know if this does much, but honestly it just feels really good. And once I'm done jade rolling my entire face, I will apply moisturizer just before bed, and if I'm having any acne spots that are acting up, then I'll just apply a spot treatment that I have. I am not gonna lie to you guys, my skin feels so soft, it feels amazing. So as you guys saw, my face afterwards was red and pretty inflamed, but this is completely normal. It even says it on the back of this that says, feel your face pulsate, because that is what it's supposed to do. It is all part of the healing process. As mentioned, I do apply this once or twice a week, depending on how my skin is doing. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up. It is much appreciated. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and follow my Instagram if you're interested. That is @SimplyTaylorB. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.